you've got to focus on raising your floor, not raising your ceilings. And your floor can be thought of in a couple of different ways. Number one, the minimum effective dose to maintain that standard of excellent success. And then two, what are your standards? What are you willing to tolerate versus what are you not willing to tolerate? That collectively helps you to really identify your floor, and it's periods of planned intensity that allow you to raise your floor. Couple relatable, I imagine, examples. Number one, we'll bring it to the fitness world. There's a reason 30-day and 90-day challenges exist. Now, I can go off on a whole different tangent around some of the many pitfalls on the dieting, particular 30 and 90-day challenges, where just with reckless abandon, you eliminate anything and everything in a non-sustainable way, and you continue to find yourself 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. That's not what I'm talking about. But in the fitness regimen, these challenges where you put immense intentionality matched with intensity for a short duration of time, you take someone who has very minimal consistency or maybe no workout experience, and you get them to commit to 5 days a week. Yes, that is very much a 0 to 100 approach, and it shouldn't be done alone. You should have community. You should have accountability in the form of a coach, a mentor, a leader of sorts. But for someone like that who's going 0 to 100 at the end of that 30, 60, 90-day period, the ability, the amount of energy required to maintain 5 workouts a week is significantly less compared to when they first started. And now, through plenty of hardship, challenge, and unexpected obstacles across those 90 days, they've begun to develop not only the habits, most importantly, the identity of someone who works out 5 days per week, and it becomes far more attainable and manageable to remain consistent executing 5 workouts per week. Think about it in another light. Let's say for whatever reason, over the past couple of years, you have just been digging yourself a hole of debt, credit cards, loans, interest stacking quietly in the backup. And at some point you realize it's now or never. I've got to get out. You don't climb out of a deep hole by casually scooping a little dirt each day. Intensity is what creates that breakthrough. It's an aggressive push to pay down that debt as quickly as possible. Maybe it includes cutting unnecessary expenses, increasing income. You pick up a second job, you start your side hustle, whatever it may be, and you begin making large, uncomfortable even payments to pay down that debt. You say no when it would be infinitely easier to say yes. And collectively, this intensity, it creates momentum. It gets you out of the hole. And the underlying benefits here are twofold. Number one, like literally you're saving on future interest paid by paying down the debt faster. So that's obviously a win. But secondly, in the process, what's happening is you make this commitment to intensely pay down debt. You're intensely upgrading your identity. You're becoming someone who can say yes and say no, can quickly filter and decide what aligns with the current goal and the version of you that you wish to become. You start creating more respect, acting with integrity and confidence, because now you are the man or woman who's doing what he or she said she would do by prioritizing, ruthlessly prioritizing everything that needs to be done to pay down debt. Let's bring it back to the golf space now. Like if we have to oversimplify here, let's break the golf game down into 4 simple areas for improvement opportunity. Very much simplifying here. Off the tee, approach shots, short game, putting. Look, 99% of you listening right now don't have the adequate time to go ham in all 4 of those areas on a weekly basis. You have demanding careers, you have spouses, you have children, you have other priorities, passions, and commitments. Yet what happens is you take a laissez-faire, half-ass approach to one or some of these areas on occasion, or it ebbs and flows without any natural rhythm, rhyme, reason, or intentionality. And your game, and therefore your handicap and scoring ability, remains fairly stagnant as well. What if, though, for the month of April or for Q2, you doubled down intensely on just one particular area of your game? It doesn't mean you absolutely abandon the other 3. You do what's known as the minimum effective dose to maintain your current skill level, while then taking the freed up time and energy that now become available to ruthlessly attack with the utmost intensity one aspect of your game. You watch that level up over the 30 to 90 day period, and then you can shift that one into maintenance mode and bring up another leg of your game. So maybe for April or for Q2, it's putting. And maybe it's 3 45-minute putting practices per week. with some drills at home with your putting mat at home, in between some daily drills for alignment, for start line, for distance control, whatever it may be. The point being, after these 90 days, you can still do a little range work and short course work. Those 3 buckets are going to have maintained while your putting is going to have dramatically improved. And then you're not going to need the same amount of time, the 3 45-minute practice sessions a week for Q3 to maintain your putting. You're going to need less, and you can dedicate Q3 to off the tee. Your putting still maintains where it was because you've raised your floor, and now you can raise the floor of another core aspect of your game. So again, it highlights the principle: the change you seek, the transformation you desire will only be a byproduct of intensity. Yet once you achieve that next level breakthrough, it will be maintained by consistency.